Okay, are you ready? Okay, so my name is Adeline, and I heard that you like science experiments. Is that true? You like science experiments? Okay, we're gonna do one today. Do you know anything? Do you know what a solid is?
No.
A solid, okay. Well, we'll figure it out. Do you know what a liquid is? Do you know what a gas is? Okay, what's a gas?
A gas is like something that, like how like it's like a battery.
Kind of like what goes in your car? Okay, good to know. Okay, that's pretty cool, huh? Okay, well today I'm going to teach you about solids, liquids, and gases. And they're all around us. So a solid is something that's hard, like this table. This table is a solid. It's hard. A liquid is like water, or like soda, or like spaghetti sauce. Things that move a lot. See how can you see it move? So that's kind of like a liquid. And a gas, you're right, the stuff that goes in your car is a gas. But there's another kind of gas. So the stuff that goes in your car is called gasoline. We just say gas because it's easier. But the kind of gas I'm talking about is like air. It's the stuff that is around us that you can't see, and it moves. You can put it in a container and trap it, but it still moves. And sometimes you can't see it like air. Air is a gas. And so that is what a solid, liquid, and gas is. Do you understand that? Okay, do you want to do the experiment? Okay, I already put some water in here so that we didn't have to carry it, because it would get kind of heavy, huh? Okay, we're gonna put some oil in it. Have you ever seen oil before?
Mm-hmm.
Do you use it at home to cook?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you think you can pour it? Do you think you can pour it? Okay. Before you pour it, I want to ask you a question. What do you think is going to happen when you pour it in?
Maybe the water might get like changed.
You think it's gonna mix?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think it's gonna go to the bottom or the top? Or do you think it's just gonna be all mixed together?
All mixed together.
Okay. Do you want to pour it now? I'll tell you when to stop. Doing so good. Yeah, we need a lot of oil. Okay, that's good. Okay. Do you notice anything about what it did? What do you notice?
I noticed that like the bottom of the water, it made it so it was like yellow. In the bottom.
Yeah, it's a little, you see all those bubbles?
And it made like, so like all of the vinegar went to the top instead of the bottom.
Yeah, all the oil went to the top instead of the bottom, because water and oil don't like to mix. They just don't like to. The way they're made, they just don't like each other. But did you notice that whenever you poured it down, the oil was in bubbles? That's because they don't like to mix. So the oil stays together and stays away from the water. And so that's why. Now, you told me your favorite color was purple, right? Okay, well, we're gonna make purple. Do you know what colors make purple?
Red and blue.
So since they didn't have purple food coloring, we're gonna make purple. Do you want to put that in there?
Sure.
Okay. I don't want you to get your pretty clothes all dirty. Let me see if I can take it off for you, and then I'll let you put it in. Okay. Just reach in here and squeeze it so you don't get it anywhere else. And I'll tell you when to stop. Okay, that's good.
And then we need to put some.
Now we need the blue, huh? It's kind of tricky, huh? Okay. Now this one's kind of squirty, so make sure you stick it in there. Oh, maybe not anymore. Okay, keep going. I'll tell you when. We're going to try to put the same amount of blue in as we did red. Okay, we'll try that. Okay. Now, do you see how it's going down there? Let's see. We need something to mix it with because it's not going below the oil.
Maybe we could just like.
Oh, that's a good idea. Do you want to just try and shake it?
I don't want to like try to spill it.
It's kind of stuck, isn't it?
The water.
Oh, the red's coming out now, isn't it?
Come down. Can I get it? Can I get it before?
It's getting really put in the bottom, huh? Ooh, now it's starting to look a little bit purple. Let me see if I have something that we can mix it with just a little bit better, so we can see the color a little bit more.
If we had like a spoon or something.
Yeah. Let me see. So I have a pencil that we can mix it with. So just stick it in there and stir it around. There you go. Now it's really purple, huh? Okay.
Oh, it's like a tornado kind of.
It is kind of like a tornado, huh? Okay, did you get any on your hands? Yeah, a little bit. Okay. Okay, so now, did you notice how the food coloring went straight down to there? And how it kind of stuck in there, but it didn't change this color, it changed this color? It's because food coloring is made out of water. And so it mixed with the water. And since water doesn't like oil, it didn't mix with it. Okay, now these are called Alka-Seltzer tablets.
Oh, I've had a science experiment with those. So you put like vinegar in these like bottle things, and then you set it there, and then the lid pops off, and then you put half of them with water, and then it explodes.
Oh, that's cool. So this isn't going to explode.
I know.
But this is going to do something. So you know that this does something when it hits water, right? It reacts. That's what we call it when something happens when it touches something. It reacts. Now, do you want to try? Since we have a lot of these, a lot of water and oil, we're going to use a lot of these so we can see what happens. Do you want to open them for me?
If I can't.
If you need help, let me know.
You know, there's sometimes like some people like have it like just a little cut.
Like a little tear.
Yeah. Did I put it in there?
Not yet.
There's 2 in each one.
Yeah. We're going to stack them up and then we're going to put them all in at once.
They're big.
They are pretty big, huh? Do you know what they're used for in, like, whenever you don't do a science experiment with them?
No.
So what they are is it's a kind of medicine. So like whenever your tummy hurts, you put it in water and then you drink it and it makes your stomach ache go away. They get kind of stuck in there, huh? Okay. So now I want to ask you something. So I told you about solids and liquids and gases. Do you see a liquid somewhere?
Yeah.
Where's the liquid?
The liquid is the water. So it's pretty much the food color.
And oil is also a liquid because it moves too. Anything that kind of moves like that is a liquid. So you're right, it is that. Now, do you see a solid? Where's a solid?
A solid is like the air outside, like when the trees move.
So is it the trees or the air?
The air.
Okay, so that's a gas. The air is a gas. It's kind of confusing. A solid is something that's hard, so like a table. But something that we're using in our experiment that's a solid are these tablets. Do you feel how they're kind of hard? You feel how they're hard? So that's a solid. Now, we're gonna get something whenever we put it in there. What do you think is gonna happen whenever we put that in there?
It might make it like bubbly, more bubbly.
Okay, let's find out. So if you want to just put them all in. Is it getting bigger?
Yes.
Was that cool?
It's like sending out bubbles.
So why do you think it did that?
Maybe vinegar likes to mix with these.
So we put those and it went through the oil, right? And it dropped to the bottom. And so it reacted with the water. And so whenever it reacted, it formed the bubbles. And the reason it formed the bubbles is because whenever we put this in water, it makes air. It makes like oxygen bubbles. And so the oxygen has to go to the top to escape. And so do you know what the hard substance made? Do you know what the hard tablet made? It made a gas. So when we put it in, it sank to the bottom, and then the water had a reaction with it, and then it made bubbles and sent it to the top. And the bubbles are gas, because they're just bubbles of air, right? You know, like whenever you're underwater and you blow bubbles, it's like the same thing. And so now we have a solid, a liquid, and a gas. I just touched an oily pencil, huh? Okay, so what is this stuff?
This stuff?
Like what kind is it? Is it a solid, a liquid, or a gas?
A liquid.
And what was a solid?
The tape.
Good job. And the tablets that we put in, right? And what's a gas? Is it like the bubbles in the air around us? Yeah. So, did you notice that when we put it in, it had a reaction? And there's another way that we use the word reaction. So, let's say my mommy called me and she got mad at me for not cleaning my room. I could react nice and go clean it, or I could get mad and bubble up with anger, right? So which way would be a good way to react?
Good react.
The good one, where we just go clean our room, right? So that's another way that there's reactions. So there's reactions when something mixes, and there's reactions in real life where how you respond to things, how you act. Okay, now, can you name a different solid around us? Something else.
The tree, the tree trunk.
That is a solid. Good job, because it's hard. Can you name another liquid? You don't have to be able to see it.
Water, flood, a flood.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that is liquid, and like the rain. Yep, that's exactly a liquid. Can you name another kind of gas?
Windy air.
Exactly. The air, windy air. Okay. So that's pretty much my lesson. Do you want to do this again? You want to do it again? It might work a little bit better. You might be able to see it better if we put a little bit more oil in. That way you can see it go more. Okay. Now you can probably see it a little bit better.
If we put more of these in, it would make much more explode.
It would. Do you want to see what would happen if we put more in than we did? Okay, how many did I give you? I'll give you 2 more. And what we'll do is, so it doesn't get too high, we'll just put this over it so it doesn't bubble out of the way, okay? Oh yeah, that'll work. Oh, you figured out the quick way, huh? Get them both out at once. It will, huh? And do you know why we have to use a lot? Because we have so much of this stuff. Because if we just put in one, it'd be a much smaller. Yeah, we wouldn't be able to see it as well. But when we put in a lot, you can really see it. Okay, are you ready?
Oh, I see it. I see it on the bottom.
Oh, look how much more it's bubbling now. Do you see how much more?
You can like see it like melting.
That's called dissolving. Because it's in water, it dissolves and it breaks apart.
Like little teeny blue things. Okay. And what if while it was exploding, we put more in?
I don't know what happened. Do you want to find out?
Sure. What we need to do is
Okay.
one more. Just gotta do this quick before it explodes.
Can we help you?
You have to put them in quick.
Oh, look, you can see it. It's right here. Do you see it? Do you see how there's little bubbles and big bubbles?
Teeny weeny ones and big huge.
Yeah. So see how when we put in less, it wasn't as big, huh? But whenever we put in a lot, it was a lot bigger.
And if we put in more, what if we put on the whole entire like thing of those?
The whole entire thing? I don't have very many left. I have the same amount we did the second time left. Do you want to try it again? Okay.
I can open all of this
Okay.
the quick way.
The quick way, yeah, you figured it out, didn't you?
It's at the same exact time. The explosion is like calming down.
Yeah. Because, do you know why? Because the water, it turned into bubbles when it touched the water, right? And so now, now that all of this got made into bubbles, it's not there anymore. So it's not there to make the bubbles. And so it stopped because it wasn't there to make the bubbles. Does that make sense? Ooh, that was fast. You opened those really fast.
Oh, you can see it.
Did you find them? Oh, yep, there they are.
Wait, I can see like the bubbles are sending up from this.
Yeah, good job.
And there's so much, and there's like, I figured out that there's like air inside.
Yeah,
So, if there's air inside, it created air.
It did. Yeah. And so the solid made air, which is a gas, which is kind of cool.
Well, they're like up.
Oh, yeah, it kind of went, oh, it went all the way to the top, didn't it? It probably had such a big air bubble that it just went all the way to the top.
Oh, this one's going up. It's like,
The whole thing is going up, huh?
right
Oh, look, here's a little bit.
Oh, there's some over here and some over here.
Do you see that now the bubbles of water are starting to go down again? But that's so good. I'm so glad you noticed that. Because the tablets turned into air, didn't they? It created air. And so the air had to get with other air. And the air's up here, right? And so that's why it goes up. Good job. I'm so proud of you that you figured that out. Get that. Okay.
It like a circle, a blue circle.
It did, huh? Because the blue. It mostly showed blue, didn't it? It doesn't really look purple except for a little bit, does it? I don't know why it did that.
It kind of looks like black now.
It does. It's just kind of really, really dark, huh?
Mhm.
Down here you can kind of see purple.
Mhm. And at the very bottom you can see white on the sides.
Yeah. So that's it. Was that fun? Good. Okay. So just to wrap everything up, can you name a solid?
This.
The chair? Yeah, the chair is a solid. Because it's hard, huh?
But you can like push it.
That's because the material used to make it has air in it to make it more comfy. But this part is a solid. Because it's really hard too, and the floor is a solid.
It's not like carpet. Like carpet, so you can like move around.
Yeah. And then what's a liquid?
Mud.
It is a liquid. And then what is a gas?
The leaves on the tree.
So the leaves are a solid, but a gas is like just like air or
like mosquitoes.
So those
Like how they like push air.
so the air that the mosquitoes push is a gas. Mostly gases are just air. There's really only kind of a few kinds of gas, and most of them are air. But you can sometimes see, like whenever I do this, sometimes you can see the air move, right?
And
hear it, yeah.
Yeah, like when you raise, like when you're like moving your hands really fast, it
makes a sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like when you're like hula hooping, you can make air.
You can hear the air moving, huh? So you can hear the gas moving. Good job. Okay, that's it. Are you done? Okay. Was that fun? Okay.